Leksum is an industry-leading muscle regeneration platform that offers a unique and proprietary solution to one of today's greatest healthcare challenges: muscle wasting, the loss of muscle mass and function. Muscle wasting today is principally caused by one or more of the following factors: muscle mass or function loss that accompanies accelerated weight loss enabled by drugs, like Ozempic, the use of ventilators in an ICU or long-term immobilization, advanced kidney disease, uremic myopathy, aging, immobilization, mobility restricted or paralytics administered, microgravity during long space flights. Up to 40% of the weight patients lose on GLP-1 drugs, like Ozempic, may actually be due to decreases in lean muscle mass, Regeneron's chief scientific officer George Yancopoulos said in an interview. This could potentially be a public health disaster, he said. Leksum's new generation muscle-regenerating biologic is the only therapy that has comprehensively prevented muscle wasting in the most challenging setting of all, ICU-acquired muscle wasting, which is estimated to cost over $60 billion annually in the US. This therapy is now clinic-ready for scale-up, commercialization, and personalized therapeutic use for muscle wasting. In addressing this challenge, the main approach taken by muscle loss prevention companies today is to block proteins associated with muscle regulation, principally myostatin and activin. Examples include Biohaven, product that inhibits myostatin; Versanis, product that blocks activin; Roche, product that inhibits myostatin; Regeneron, products that inhibit myostatin and activin. Leksum takes an entirely different approach to muscle wasting. It has developed a proprietary therapy that uses secretions from bone marrow stem cells to overcome muscle wasting. The science underlying the Leksum platform has been developed by one of the world's leading muscle wasting authorities, Professor Dr. Lars Larsson, MD, PhD, the recipient of the 2017 Distinguished Scientist Award from the Society for Experimental Biology and Medicine, whose muscle research spans over 4 decades, resulting in numerous clinical studies and more than 250 peer-reviewed scientific papers.
My name is Lars Larsson, and I've been working on regulation muscle contraction for almost 5 decades, presently at Karolinska Institute, but I've also been fortunate to work in multiple other universities in Europe and as well as in the US. So idea is actually to try to understand regulation muscle contraction from the whole muscle down to the motor protein and motor protein modifications, and also develop methods and models where we can go between clinical studies and also in experimental animal models. And as you can see here, from the whole muscle to the motor unit to the muscle cell down to the motor protein level, motor proteins being post-translational modified by using mass spectrometry as well as X-ray diffraction experiments which we've done at the Spring 8 synchrotron in Osaka, Japan then. But also looking then of course at gene expression.
The problem addressed by the Leksum platform is global. According to the medical journal Lancet, in 2020, more than 1.71 billion people around the world are suffering from musculoskeletal diseases. Muscle function loss is especially evident with aging. Many people past 50 have a condition called sarcopenia, a decline in skeletal muscle with age. It begins as early as age 40 and without intervention gets increasingly worse, with as much as half of muscle mass lost by age 70. Muscle wasting and old age are the 2 factors most strongly associated with morbidity and mortality in the ICU. In fact, ICU patients with critical illness can lose more than 15% of muscle mass in 1 week. Studies on muscle wasting report that even though the prevalence of people suffering from any kind of muscle weakness is high, there is no available treatment for muscle wasting, and muscle remains an under-medicated organ. The recent success of weight loss drugs has prompted concern about the muscle loss associated with weight loss. This is reflected in media reports from the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, NBC, and other sources. New York Times: when people lose large amounts of weight in a short time, such as while taking a drug like Ozempic, the loss of muscle mass can be drastic, with stark ramifications for health. Wall Street Journal: weight loss medications are remarkably effective. There is a catch, though. A good portion of that weight reduction can come in the form of muscle mass loss. NBC: when we look at weight reduction from any intervention, about 1/3 of the weight we lose tends to be lean mass, and that can be problematic. That lean mass loss is generally from muscle. Leksum offers a pathway for resolving this crisis. Its muscle regeneration platform, MRP, can help effectively address some of the muscle mass and function challenges accompanying rapid weight loss using its personalized muscle efficiency, calibrator, and biologic secretion therapy. The Leksum secretion therapy has been shown to prevent muscle wasting.
So our goal is actually to introduce this intervention for many other muscle wasting conditions, not only for the ICU patients, where we think with solid ground for introducing this intervention in clinical trial, but also for other very important muscle wasting conditions that has a strong impact on patient quality of life, healthcare costs, etc., such as the aging-related muscle wasting, the muscle wasting that we see in response to intervention targeting weight loss, but also space flight. And of course, the advantage with this is that we take muscles, bone marrow-derived mesenchymal stromal cells from the patients, and from there we can either use the cells or vesicles derived from these cells, reducing side effects as well. And hopefully this will be powerful interventions that we can use in the future for many muscle wasting conditions with a strong impact on patient quality of life, etc.
The Leksum therapy involves isolating bone marrow mesenchymal cells, that is, multipotent stem cells found in bone marrow, culturing these cells, extracting specific extracellular vesicles, and finally introducing the extracts from these cell cultures into the patient. There are no safety issues expected given that from 2015 to the present, 416 clinical trials based on the use of MSCs, mesenchymal stem cells, have been implemented to treat various pathologies. According to the U.S. National Institute of Health Clinical Trials database, the Leksum platform is an end-to-end solution providing personalized muscle regenerative solutions. The vital importance of muscle regeneration platforms like Leksum was highlighted in an article in the March 5, 2024 issue of the journal Nature Biotechnology, titled, "After Obesity Drugs Success, Companies Rush to Preserve Skeletal Muscle." The article noted that muscle-building agents, with a view to combinations, are driving hefty acquisitions. For more information on Leksum's breakthrough platform, go to www.leksum.com.